they say in TV. And we're back.
Man, dude.
Why does the piano feel so good? 2 words, Joe Samples.
I
think Joe and Russ Ferrante are my 2 favorite piano players for feel, just for feel.
Right. Yeah. Welcome to our show, Bob.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Great to be here. I think I detected some heavy breathing during that song.
Yes. Yeah. I was kind of doing what I always use.
Right. Exactly.
Did you have to work with producers that weren't able to express what it is they wanted?
Yeah.
And you just look at them and go, "What are you talking about?"
We go, okay. And then we have this big pad of paper in the room and we write jokes about the person.
Oh,
yeah.
You have little jokes about people, but don't show them. Don't.
And then we scratch it out.
Janis Joplin, that kind of like.
Janis, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, they people have told me that, but I don't think so. Well, raspy is because maybe I have a cold or something. No, but I actually met Janis back in the day.
Really?
And stuff like we played together on a gig, I think, one time, and we were doing that song, "Piece of My Heart." Take another little piece of my heart. That's just regular, and that was on our list. So we were doing that, and I heard that she came up to the side of where the drummer was and goes, "You can't do that song. You can't do that song." And I'm going, "What?"
Okay.
I didn't.
So what did you guys want to ask me?
Why?
What? So how was your golf game? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Politzer, Mark Russo, and 2 of the best sax players I've had on my show yet. And the argument was from everybody that I could see when Tom posted this is all of the people couldn't decide, do I like Mark? Do I like Tom? Do I like Mark? Do I like Tom? I kind of like Mark. I kind of like Tom. Well, for me, it's whichever band I choose to listen to.
Well, and you should choose like one person because it is a competition, and Mark and I keep score. Mark is Mark. I just kidding.
No.
How you doing, Mark?
Everybody's such cool people, really, really great people, and the music is so fun to play. And it's kind of like you want to play it as good as you can every time you play it. And with that sort of mindset, things continue, like to elevate, that saying, your attitude determines your altitude. Well, that's really, really true, So we have a really good chemistry within us, which I think makes the music go to a level that other bands maybe or other situations can't get to because they don't have personalities that mesh together really, really well. And if they're not meshing together really well, then you bring that on the stage with you.
Different, Marcus Miller, he loves to challenge me. He said, "Man, you better not come in here with that safe Dagadoon Tom Fields, man. Play me some Fields over the bar line. I want you to sweat." I did a movie with him a couple of years ago because I did Boomerang with him and Above the Rim, and we did a movie called About Last Night about 3 years ago with Tim Carmen on keyboards, Paul Jackson on guitar, and me and Marcus bass and drums. So it's this one part in the film that had like this little bolero thing, and he had written it out note for note, buzz for this, hi-hat chick, all these kind of little things, and he's playing like a muted bass part. We doing all this, so we spend 20 minutes on this part of the cue. And I was telling my wife, I said, "Babe, when we went to see the movie, I said, check this part out. This is the part I was telling you about." So we're in the theater watching the film, and it was so low, and we had spent 20 minutes on this cue. I was like this, man, I can't believe they had that cue so low I couldn't hear it. That was some bad stuff. And we spent 20 minutes.
There was a time when I was asked to put an effect on my something I was playing, an echo. I needed to put an echo on something I was doing, and they wanted me to do it, not the engineer, because the engineer was recording live. He was recording to 2-track. He was recording the mix, and so everything had to happen with the musicians. So you began to see keyboard players with stacks of instruments and refrigerators filled with, you know, all their instruments. So I had to begin to get into that as well. And that usually was for TV, not for records. Records was still drums. And
Miles Davis's instruction to me, I was the youngest guy on the whole date. But
excuse me, can I ask, you were really young when you were
I'm not really, really young. I wasn't 12 years old.
No.
I was 19. I was 19.
That's still young to be on that legendary record.
No, it is. But, you know, like when Miles Davis played with Charlie Parker, he was 19. So, but the situation is, there was one rehearsal at Miles's house, and the rehearsal was with Jack DeJohnette, Chick Corea, Dave Holland, Wayne Shorter, and Miles, and myself. And all I had was a snare drum and a cymbal. And all we rehearsed is the beginning of Bitches Room, which da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's all we rehearsed. And we rehearsed that for about half hour, whatever they said.
Parents picked me up, so my mom says, "Oh, by the way, you know, I got a phone call from this guy, Wilbur Terrell." Oh, Wilbur Terrell. And Wilbur Terrell, God rest his soul, he was tour manager with the Brothers Johnson. So he had my number. He called my mom. My mom says, you know, Wilbur said, you know, when you get home, give him a call. Okay, so, you know, get my things in the house and then have a little something to eat. So I gave Wilbert a call the day that I got in that evening from Europe. Wilbert, what's going on? He says, hey, man, how you doing? Hey, listen, I'm working with this guy, Lionel Richie. You know, he used to work with, you know, he used to be in the Commodores. He's going solo. Oh. So he's getting ready to have auditions, put a band together. And I told him about you, and I think you can do this job. I think you would love it. And, you know, can you come out to Los Angeles? Sure, I can come out. When do you want me? Can you come out tomorrow? Yeah, I can come out tomorrow. He says, okay, I'm going to get you a one-way ticket to Los Angeles. Next morning, I was on a flight to LA, and I did 3 auditions with Lionel. 10 days later, I had the gig.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, that certainly was the informality that I loved about Woodstock, was that the couple of little music clubs in town were 7 nights a week, and nothing started until 11 p.m. And I once started to write a story about Woodstock, and then I realized I couldn't really tell that story. It wouldn't be, you know, what happens in Woodstock stays in Woodstock. So I abandoned it. But the opening line of it was, when I came to Woodstock, there were 2 policemen, one in the daytime and one at night. And at midnight, we were left on our own. And that's really how it was. You know, it was really a small town.
You had to learn how to play a good samba, learn to, you know, and make it swing the right way.
And Airto's sambas are phenomenal.
Of course. Yeah.
I remember him from the Chick Corea days, you know, light as a feather, those. Those.
Well, that was not really, I mean, what he was playing was kind of traditional samba, but what Stanley was playing was fucking on Mars. You know, she was completely all over the place, and so that's, in a way, that's kind of what made that unique. But you can't really...
Gary Burton was giving a clinic and a concert in Bowling Green, Ohio. And so I was at IU and I wanted to go to this thing, and I knew I could get a ride there. I knew I could get that together, but I couldn't get a ride back. And then I talked to some of my IU friends and said, "Oh no, we're going to go to that. So we'll give you a ride back." And so, okay, I went home to Ohio, visited my friends. My friend gave me a ride up to Bowling Green, dropped me off. And I talked to my friends at the concert, and they said, "Yeah, we'll meet you in the morning at 9 a.m. and we'll go back to IU." I said, "Great." So I had a place to crash. My high school girlfriend was polite enough to let me into her dorm room. That's another thing. But so I got up in the morning and went out to meet my buddies, and they were gone. And I asked the roommates, I said, where'd they go? They said, "Oh, well, they left in the middle of the night, decided they wanted to get back, and they didn't have a number for you. So there you go." So I started hitchhiking, and I was not doing very well. And it's late afternoon, and this Travelall pulls up. I'm not even 100 miles out of Bowling Green, and the guy driving the Travelall was Gary Burton.
No.
Yeah.
Though, what was that little tiny
Oh
trumpet?
yeah. So, well, I love Taylor trumpets, and so I have a lot of the Taylor trumpets. And I saw this on eBay. It's a pocket trumpet, and it's the world's greatest pocket trumpet. It actually plays as good as it has a little fender and everything. So, you know, I've got like all the Taylor trumpets now. So, but this was on eBay, and I got it really cheap. So I wish I had an endorsement. I wish he gave endorsements. I love the guy.
Play that a minute.
Okay, so yeah, it has a slightly smaller sound, but big. You know, it's weird. Well, I'm not even warmed up. But yeah, it has like a huge sound for the size. Yeah.
It sounds like a regular trumpet.
Yeah, and it sounds just as good. I mean, it has its own tone in a small way. I notice it, but
right.
I don't think other people. It has a huge bell, a 6-inch bell, which is larger than most normal trumpets, so it can actually stand like this. And then this is the other instrument that I get a lot of attention for. This is a flugelhorn, and this is really one of the most beautiful. This was a gift to me from a friend, and it was just incredible. Like it's the Fat Boy Flugel. It is the one of the nicest flugelhorns I've ever seen. It's got an incredible shape to it. You know?
Right.
Because I have a fancy system here, so it didn't seem to work with Switcher Studio, and it's not Jeff's fault, it's my fault, because see, I have all these different cameras here. So I've got like a camera that goes down here on the table, and then I've got another camera that goes over here so I can do magic tricks into it, and then we've got, you know, the main shot camera right here. So but be able to have all those different cameras, I'm using an ATEM Mini switcher, and it wasn't compatible for whatever reason. So it's not your fault, Jeff. It's not Jeff's fault. It's my fault.
Well, you know,
with my fanciness.
You know, I'm used to taking the heat.
Too big. Okay. It's a giant. It's bigger than my head.
Can you get a cup like that and sign your name to it and send it to me?
Yeah, absolutely. I will. So just write your address on the screen right here so all the stalkers can find you.
No. They already know how to find me.
There's that. Yeah. Is anyone watching this? It's like
your
mom, your sister, is your daughter watching?